Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Okay, so these are free collective readings. They may not resonate with everybody, so take what resonates and leave the rest. For some, these readings are going to be spot on from start to finish, alright? But again, they are collective readings. Death and magic, okay? Creative spark. And then we have knowledge. So somebody has been doing death magic, okay? Or you could be in my collective and you've been doing death magic on me and my children. You have now been locked in spiritual prison and stripped of all your spiritual gifts, okay? So somebody's been doing death magic on you. It could be since you was a baby, since you was a child, surrounding your creative spark, okay? Yeah. So a lot of solar plexus chakra, okay? Working on that solar plexus chakra to block your creative spark. There's been a lot of chakra magic, okay? Root chakra as well. To have you burn out because they don't want you to become aligned, or they don't want you to be in balance, okay? They want you to be out of whack. Surrounding your creative skills. So somebody is jealous of your creativity, your ideas, okay? And your level of knowledge, okay? We've got forgiveness. Practice forgiveness, okay? Forgive those who's trespassed against us, okay? Not for their sake, alright? For your own sake. Notification there. Potential. Because they see your potential, okay? They don't want you to excel past them, okay? They don't want you to do better than them in any area, like 222, in any sort of area. And we've got time. They've been doing this death magic time and time again, but on a lot of people. Anyone who comes in, like it could be school, okay? It could be family who's doing this. People from school, like if you've grown up, people from primary school, secondary school, even college and university teachers do things like this, because I've had it done from one of my tutors many times. She's not all there in her head. But what we've got to do is we've got to practice forgiveness, okay? It's because they see your potential, and again, they don't want you to be creative. Yeah, they'll probably talk about, go on and be creative, get with your creative skills, your creative flares, alright? And then when you create something, yeah, with your skills, they pop on off home and they do death magic. Healing. So working with Archangel Raphael, okay? Working with the goddesses, because there's a lot of goddess energy, okay, in the future. So maybe in the future, for some, because this is a collective reading, in the future, you could be working in some sort of healing industry, okay? Earth-4. They don't want to see you do well. They really don't. But they know you have potential. They know you are really creative. They know you have a lot of knowledge also. Secrets. Maybe you are in beauty, so it could be something to do with beauty for some. Okay, very creative, throat chakra blockages, very creative, beautiful, on the inside and out, and they can see that. So they could be doing death magic on your beauty, also, trying to put an end to your healing, trying to block you from working with your spirit guides, working with the Most High, and working with Archangel Raphael. Focus. Gaining back your focus on whatever it is. Home. You could be working from home, for some, working from home. Gaining focus. Independence. Independent business. It could be an independent business, and people are focusing on what you are doing, what you are creating. Okay? Very focused. Romantic love. So for some, you may already be in a relationship, okay? For some, if you are single, there's some sort of romantic love coming towards you. Salvation, you could have been saved. Could have been going through salvation, and we've got miracles. So maybe some people may look at you like it's a miracle that you are still here from this death magic. And also, you've come here to perform miracles. You came to perform miracles. Wisdom, very wise, very knowledgeable, and you've converted that knowledge into wisdom. So you could be seen as wise, very wise beyond your years. Humour, laugh at these low-rank pranks. Laugh at them. You've survived these attacks. Okay? Going through salvation, the divine has saved you. Because you've got a higher calling. And these people, these karmics, whatever you want to call them, they know that. That's the truth. They know that. They've always seen your potential. Okay? Could have always been really, really creative throughout primary school, secondary school, you know, college, university. Very creative. Very creative. Also, with this romantic love, if you are single, be careful of letting anyone into your home, because home cannot. You're very compassionate. These people have no compassion. They have no empathy. They have no remorse for what they've done. Okay? Maybe they could be praying to the Most High, yeah, and asking angels, ancestors for forgiveness too. Communication. Because they are trying to pray for forgiveness. They're going to fucking need it. I'm telling you. Generosity. You could be very generous, okay? Very generous. So much jealousy. And they want you to be out of whack, and they don't want you to come home to yourself, okay? To who you are. They don't want you, they want you to lose sight. They want you to lose focus. Yeah, they want you to be imbalanced. But communicate with your angels, your ancestors, to the goddesses, okay? Because the goddesses, they are working through you. Devotion. I want to give you devotion. That song. I want to give you devotion. The Most High, you could be devoted to the Most High. Again, because you can be very compassionate, yeah? Practicing forgiveness, not for them, but for yourself. For yourself. Mastery. You are a master, okay? Within arts, crafts, okay? Mastering your own energy. Mastering your own energy. They could have been seen as some sort of master, or have some sort of master's degree. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. Full moon in Capricorn, so adjustments are required. That's gaining balance. Gaining balance. Gaining focus. Coming out of your shell. Coming out of your shell. Have faith in your dreams. In reverse, they don't want you to have faith in your dreams. They don't want you to. They want you to lose sight of your goals. Again, they want you to lose focus. Taurus energy. So you could be a Taurus, or they could be a Taurus. Okay? You could be a Taurus. They could be a Taurus. could be a Taurus involved, or you are a Taurus. Could resonate with Pleiades, constellation. Something surrounding trying to stop you from being connected to the universe. Earth, a lot of earth energy. So you could be very grounded because there's Capricorn, there's Taurus, okay? Or there could be an earth sign who is doing death magic on you, heavy on the Capricorn energy, okay? Could be an earth sign attacking you because they don't want you to be grounded, okay? Then we've got Sagittarius, the highest ideals, the rules of get it out to the world, and so get your creative skills out to the world, okay? There's something surrounding you being known, okay? Maybe in your local hometown, city, state, continent, for your gifts, your skills and your talents. And a lot of people see your potential, and that's why they do this death magic. They do this at Hull College too, the tutors. Let me tell you that, I've had it done on me. So be careful if you go to Hull College, alright, because the tutors, they do death magic. Sagittarius energy, a lot of fire, a lot of passion. We've got Scorpio in reverse, and Scorpio in the original tarot deck is the number 13, and it's the number of death. But you could have a Scorpio, okay? With Scorpio coming out in reverse though, this death magic has bounced back. It's bounced back, but you could be a Scorpio and they could be somebody else doing death magic on you. Then you have Pisces in reverse. They could also be a Pisces doing this to you. Or you could be a Pisces and they could be attacking you. The fourth house, okay, what makes you feel secure? Support your family, your home base or your family. So some people who you used to live with at some point, okay? Some people who you welcomed into your home, alright? And some people in your family are involved in death magic, death rituals. Gemini, information to explain, communications about, resulting from the fluctuations of, okay, so there's been a lot of ups and downs, a lot of fluctuations in your energetic field, a lot of ups and downs, and maybe some upheavals in your life. That is because of this spell work, okay? That is because of these rituals, what they are doing. But again, communicating with Raphael, stuff like that, nothing will come of this situation in reverse. They keep launching these attacks and you still survived. Your feelings, attitudes from the past about, use your intuition in Cancer. So you could be a Cancer, or a Cancer could be involved in doing this also. But obviously, if it's family members, also, you know, I suppose you've got nearly every single star sign going in your family somewhere along the line. They will be successful and benefit, yeah. So people around you are trying to benefit from your destiny, okay. They could also be after your destiny. People want to benefit from being in your life and being in your energy and coming into your home because you bring a lot to the table. North Node, they want you to be stuck at home or something, not going out, not socialising. Because they want to benefit from your energy, they can benefit from your work, benefit from your creative skills, okay? Maybe you could have a mother or like a father figure who is also in some sort of healing industry or also in some sort of beauty industry, and they could have had a lot of spell work done on them too, and death magic. Remember, reconsider, now is not the time. South Node. South Node. Facing your South Node. and they want you to be stuck maybe at home, trapped, feeling like you can't move forward. There's something surrounding creating blockages. Everywhere you seem to turn, they are creating blockages, and that's through jealousy, that's through spite. Sagittarius, you could be a Sagittarius, okay, or they could be a Sagittarius, because there seems to be a lot with these spiritual attacks out of jealousy. Maybe if you are in tunage with your intuition, maybe you can feel this. Maybe you can feel the jealous energy, okay? Water, and then we've got Pluto. So they've definitely been trying to work with the universe, okay, to go against you and your destiny. Could also be working with water deities, alright? To gain some sort of power and control over you. Somebody wants to be in control. They want you to lose control, okay? There's something surrounded. They want you to kick off and be pissed off about all this and be so strung up on it patiently. Practice patience. The second house, what you want, get what you need. Go for it. Go for what you want. Get what you need. If you are studying at college, university, go for it. Cooperation to be perfect. Libra, you could be a perfectionist, okay? You could be a perfectionist. Decisions about resulting from the fairness shown by. So there's been a lot of people trying to decide and dictate your life behind the scenes, okay? They could have made out like it was for your higher good, for your higher good, but it wasn't. There was a lot of manipulation, a lot of death magic, a lot of death magic. Nothing is yet set in stone. I mean, some things are. Some things are. But they wanted it set in stone, alright? That they'd launched this frigging death magic, yeah? And you'd just keel over at home and die. Your dreams. Death to your dreams, your goals. Death to your intuition, okay? Death to your family, your child, your children, your grandchildren. Death to your full entire bloodline. Be a part of something overwhelming. So this death magic, this spell work, it's been coming in overwhelming amounts, okay? And if they've not survived with this death magic launching on you, they want you to wipe yourself out too. There could be something surrounding struggling with anxiety and depression, but we've got Libra energy, maybe a Libra could be involved. But there's balance, okay? They're trying to tip the scales. They want you off balance, okay? They want you to be struggling with your mental health. Deliberately causing more mental health battles and challenges than what is needed to be, because they want you to shut off from the Most High. They want you to disconnect from the universe. They don't want you to be aligned, and they've been messing with the universe. The broke physical laws, okay, spiritual laws and universal laws doing this, but they don't care. That's why they could maybe, yeah, be trying to ask your ancestors for forgiveness, because ancestors are fucking annihilating them. Confidence is key to success. They don't want you to be confident. They want you to be worried and like within yourself and they don't want you to come out of your shell, okay? Maybe something to do with throat chakra also, because they don't want you to speak, because they know you are very knowledgeable. They know you know a lot. They know you're so highly intelligent, very highly intelligent. I'm getting tingles as I said, you're very highly intelligent, so smart. And they know this, okay? For some, but this is not for everyone, maybe could be getting A stars, maybe could be like an A star student for some, okay? And for some, distinctions, major diplomas, because your destiny is bigger than the average person, okay? Your destiny is so big, and they can tell that. They can see your potential, and they've always, like even teachers throughout school could see your potential, and they could have maybe tried to shut your crown chakra off, or when they popped on a home after work, started launching attacks. Spiritual values, they could have also put you under spiritual warfare, long range thinking or travel. They've been doing this, and they've been travelling around to different witches, dark witches, different warlocks, and teaming on up with the pals to launch these attacks. What is to be shared? They don't want you to share your knowledge, your wisdom, okay? They don't want you to speak truth, okay? They want you to be a liar just like them. Because they're not going to admit that they've done this death magic. Never admit that, will they? Will the fuck? Sorry about the swearing. Right, Neptune energy. We've got sacrifice in reverse at the bottom, and then at the top we've got inspire others so you're very inspirational. Other people around you become inspired. Maybe it's through some words what you've spoken, alright, and they all become inspired to want to be like you, and then they want to compete with you instead of just using you for inspiration, because we all become inspired by a lot of people. We always need inspirational people about. We always need inspirational people, and anyone who is some sort of inspiration, they end up getting death magic, alright, because maybe other people want to be seen as more inspirational. The sacrifices. You could have also been part of a sacrifice. People could have tried to sacrifice you, your destiny. Ancestors stepped in on that though, didn't they? Yeah. Trust your instincts on the bottom of the deck. I haven't had these out for a while. Trust your instincts. Trust your intuition, because your intuition, yeah, can save your life, okay? Heart guardian. Love and let yourself be loved. Open up your heart chakra. They could have also done some blockages on your heart chakra. They've done this on me too. They've done this on me too. Death to your romantic relationships. Bask in joy and light. You're a light worker. You're a starseed. Okay? You came here to bring light to the world, and they want darkness. They want you to experience darkness. So, because you've got a good heart, you could be an empath. You could be very kind and compassionate, and for some reason, family, linking to family and other people, they wanted you to grow up in darkness because they knew that you was gifted. So you had to become the light of the world and transmute that darkness. Animal guardian. trust your instincts. So you could have a lot of animal guardians, okay? They could have even done death magic on your animal guardians. They could have even tried to create some blockages so you don't communicate with your animal spirit guides. Oh yeah, they're not very well, these people. Wise one, grow within your current situation. Growing. Grow. Keep growing, okay? Just because people are worried or scared that you might grow past them or excel beyond them, that's their problem. That's their problem, okay? They've got a lot of problems in their own life, okay? They've got a lot of problems in their own mind, and maybe they could have a lot of problems going on in their own home. This could be even tutors, lecturers and stuff like that who are doing this because they don't want you to have a better life than them. They really don't. Some of them you would never suspect to think they look like the posh or the really well spoken or really well pronounced, but that doesn't matter because there's dark witches and warlocks of like every different ethnic origin, okay, every different background who have different accents. High priest, intend and create. So it could be seen as like a high priest, a high priestess. Hold the space. You could have a really good connection to the universe, okay, you could be into space. And there's a lot of space in the world for you, okay? So if you feel like, oh, there's not enough space for me here, there's not enough space for me there, there's always space. There's always space, and you come to make space, if you get what I mean. You come to create that space for you. There's always space. There's always going to be space for you. Always. You came here to make great changes, okay? Maybe new discoveries, to perform miracles. Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded. Practice grounding, okay? Get with your roots because there's been work on your root chakra. Family issues. Attacking your root chakra. There's been all sorts of chakra attacks. All sorts. Because they don't want you to be grounded, okay? They want you to be up and down. Mirror Guardian, time. I take time to reflect. They want you to always be looking back, okay? So if you've been through some form of sacrifice, okay, a lot of death magic, they want you looking back on the past and the hard times instead of looking forward to the future, instead of focusing on the here and now. So again, for some, you may struggle with anxiety and depression. Going back to the past, be feeling really depressed or feeling like you are in the darkness, okay? And then because for some you are very intuitive and you listen to your instincts, yeah? They want to create some sort of fear. They want you to be scared of who you are or scared of them. Okay, so it could be people who are taller than you, okay? People who are older than you, people who are like bigger than you, yeah? Bullying. I'm picking up on bullying. Water Guardians, connect with your emotions. They want you to be in your emotions, okay? They want you crying. They want you sad. They want you in some sort of pain because they're sick. These people. Convert that knowledge into wisdom. Transmute that darkness back into light. Transmutation, okay? white candles, praying to the Most High, okay, reversing that and returning it back to sender. And again, if you're still on here and you've been doing death magic on me and my fucking kids, yeah, and trying to sacrifice us, you've been locked in spiritual prison, stripped of all your spiritual fucking gifts. Mars energy, a lot of warring, spiritual warfare, a lot of warring. Okay, so someone around you, this could be family, okay, this could be friends, extended family, they want you to be at war with them, at war with other people, and at war with yourself. They want to create an internal war, which then creates an external war, because some people, they just want war. With this Gemini energy, some people are very two-faced, extremely two-faced, nice to your face, make out like they're there to help you, and then pop on off to the pals and do some death magic, because maybe even parents could be jealous. Maybe even parents. Black salt power. Use black salt to break hexes and repel unwanted energies, because I'm getting that for some. You are swamped. And then we've got financial attacks, because they know you are destined for greatness. They know you are destined for a lot of money. A lot of money. Someone is attacking you spiritually to negatively affect your finances, okay? And quite possibly even dark magic, but we've got light magic. Somebody's using spell work with good intentions to help you. Because there is someone, even though there's a lot of family members, there is at least one light worker within your family who is trying to protect you. At least one light worker, because they're very toxic. So you may have a very toxic family dynamic, okay? Somebody's attracted to your light and seeking to dim it. They can see your light. They're trying to dim it. Divine protection. You are being protected by divine beings. They see what you are unable to see and cut it off before it can reach you. And spirit team. Your spirit team has your back. Right now, you're not alone. Very angelic energy, okay? So you could have a lot of Satanism, okay? A lot of devil worshippers within your family, within your bloodline. And they know you're an angel. So what do? It's like the devil v angels. Vibe clearing. You need to incorporate a regular habit of using protection sage, or protection herb, I said that last time, didn't I? Protection herb, sage, Palo Santos, to cleanse and clear negative energy from your surroundings on a weekly basis. And like sea salt and sage scrubs are really good also. And more light magic. Somebody's praying for you. Somebody is praying for your protection. Somebody's always been praying for your protection. Somebody's always been praying for your protection. Somebody's always been praying for your protection. You could have some sort of psychic abilities also for some. Psychic attack and the evil eye. Continue cleansing your energy. Throat chakra magic. And divine protection. Maybe some people, by now, know how divinely protected you are, and they could be shitting themselves, especially if they've got in one of these satanic cults and covens. We've got Archangel Michael on the devil's neck. Okay, a lot of spiritual warfare. Do not let the darkness consume you. Somebody could have gone to a high priest. Okay, revelation could be something surrounding the book of Revelations. Okay, memory. Could be trying to affect some sort of memory. Be careful of your drinks, okay, and be careful of your food. Oh yeah, be careful of your drinks. Be careful of your food. Be careful if you walk off and you leave a drink when you are around these people. Trying to do something to your brain to shut you off. Purity. Because you're innocent. They see how pure and innocent you are. They wish they could be as pure as you. But if they stop doing this death magic and turn to Jesus and repent for what they've done, and grounded. Because they want you to appear to be ungrounded. They could have done a lot of mental magic too. Okay? Yeah. A lot of mental magic. Because they want you to become ungrounded so they can be like, oh look at them. Look at them. Mental health games. Mental health challenges. But more than what's needed. Oh, that's make my heart like start hurting. That has. It's gone a bit dark, isn't it? We have light. It was really dark, wasn't it? Like, I feel like it was lighter when I first started this video and then it's just gone really dark. Yeah. So, we have like jealousy, poisoned apple. I said be careful surrounding your food and your drink because somebody's trying to poison you. Or somebody could be trying to poison you against the person or the people who really love and care about you. Okay? Poison food. A lot of people are jealous. Breadcrumbing. Breadcrumbing. Hansel and Gretel. There was a wicked witch in that, wasn't there? Did the wicked witch get slain in the end? I'm pretty sure she did. She got booted in the oven, didn't she? Could be something surrounding Hansel and Gretel. Okay. Maybe you've had a lot of battles, yeah, against dark witches and warlocks, even in your bloodline. Even in your bloodline, dark witches and dark warlocks who want to create some sort of wounds, some deep-seated wounds, what you are unable to heal from. But for some, you are a natural born healer. A natural born healer. Greed, surrounded by some very greedy people, okay, who know that you've either come into some money or they could have held on to some sort of money and been restricting that, and they want that money for their own selfish purposes. And my family's the same. They've stolen everything from me, sacrificed me and my kids multiple times. The sight, you could have a gift of sight, very intuitive, a lot of spiritual warfare. They're obsessed. Absolutely obsessed with bringing you more pain. You with bed? Word witchery also. There's been a lot of word witchery. Emotionally manipulating, empath v narcissist. Clout chaser. Somebody could be wanting to steal some sort of work and get clout off your work. Okay? 4'9" could be significant for some. Do you know I can't even report you? Right, okay, I get that. Trying to get you mad so they can report you, okay? So that could be trying to get you mad so they can get on the phone and report you for getting mad and angry. but they've been doing a lot of spell work, word witchery, wanting you to have anger issues, okay, wanting you to feel angry. Somebody wants you to feel angry all the time. Somebody who feels, or some people who get off on low vibrational energies, okay. So they've been sending so many attacks throughout your full life, coming from older family members. Because for some, very toxic family who are a set of dark witches and warlocks and soulless beings. Superman, well, we've got M for mum. They could have done this to your mother too for some. For some, your own mother could have been going under these same attacks throughout her life, because she could also be a healer and a light worker, okay? She could also be very smart. That could be where you get your good brain from. We've got 700,000 to 800,000 pound. You could have short hair, short back and sides, or short hair. For some, you could have short hair. I'm feeling like there is something surrounding some sort of stolen money and wanting to take your inheritance. Death magic, because they want to claim everything. They want your destiny. There's some very greedy people. Dirt magic too. They want you to be dirty. Not wash your hair, okay? Not wash your body. Not get a bath. Dirt magic. So your hair's just like greasy or something like that. Depression, put you in a state of depression and put you in darkness, so you don't even want to leave your house. You don't even want to get out of bed. So you could have hit depression. That is because of these attacks. Medium length hair. Somebody with medium length hair could be doing this, or you could have medium length hair. Teamwork. There's been a team of these dark witches and warlocks. Could have been involved in some sort of kidnapping. For some, involved in some sort of kidnapping, because they're very greedy and they want access to whatever money is coming towards you. For some, family members, friends, have even hired an assassin to wipe you out. Somebody's acting nice, yet has bad intentions. Somebody around you acts all nice, but they've got bad intentions because they've been working hard behind the scenes, okay, doing death magic, death spells, and a shit ton of black magic, and conjuring up a legion of demons. They're very demonic, soulless some, devil worshippers. It's giving me acid, right? A legion of demonic spirits have been dispatched to attack you through people around you. And then they've even been doing sex magic. Somebody's doing sex spell work on you to win sexual control over you. This could even be friends online. Also, you know, their families could be very demonic and into dark witchcraft, okay? Return sender. With energy work, cleansing and prayer, what they did to you will be sent back to them, wrapped in a bow. So it keeps going back, these death magic, okay? And you may see a lot of crows, okay? Voodoo. Someone's been trying to do voodoo on you. Somebody's doing voodoo work on you to achieve something against you because they want your knowledge. They want your divine protection also. They want your divine protection. So they've done this by trying to get hold of some of your hair, okay? If you get your hair cut off, yeah, You use that for a voodoo doll. Get hair from your brush. Use that for a voodoo doll, because they want to gain some sort of control, and also they want you to be in pain. And this is some people in your own bloodline who do this sick shit. I've had it done to me. Yeah, even the courtroom, yeah, ordered me to get my hair bicked, and they did a voodoo doll, blood magic, blood contracts with the devil, and that's at a local courthouse, darling. You can't trust nobody. So they want your hair. They want some sort of clothing. Dirt magic. They just want you to be all grubby and dirty, because that lowers your vibrational frequency, and then the magic, the dark magic, what they're doing, you're susceptible to the attacks, like. Something to do with like power of attorney, quite possibly for some. Fraud, white collar crimes, okay? Concealing evidence, financial gain, fraud, defraud, for money. For money. You could be receiving some more downloads from the universe, from the divine. They're trying to block that. Yeah, some sort of toxic, some sort of poison. Very venomous. Very venomous. Could be trying to change your blood type. Could be trying to change your blood type, or poison your blood, or something to do with blood poisoning. So much jealous energy. It's ridiculous. So people need to grow up and all. Submission magic. Someone wants you to submit to them, to allow them to have their way with you. So it could be another family member where they want you to submit to them. Bow down to me. Someone bigger. Bow down to me. I'm bigger than you. It's someone who just does a lot of demon magic, conjures up demons. So you could be a demon slayer. I know I've had to slay demons my whole life because of my family and what they've done to me and my children and my exes too, because they're very demonic, they're very soulless, they don't care. Somebody's conjuring demons to block your blessings and bring harm your way. And theft magic, somebody's out to take something that is yours. This could be love, money, energy, etc. The energy vampires, and they're trying to create blockages in your heart. Targeted. Someone thinks you hurt them and are mad and out to seek revenge. Someone just wants full control, power and dominion. It's disgusting. Because of your destinies, there's a lot of money. Could be a Libra who's doing this. And then we've got Moon, doing moon magic. No way. Could be a Libra doing this and doing moon magic with his pals, or air pals. Arseholes. We've got self-confidence to create. Going back to creativity, creative spark. They don't want you to be confident in yourself, okay? 48. Conjured up demons towards you and people around you, so even throughout school, people have attacked you because of the light, what is within you. A full-time job, so you could be working full-time for some, okay? And they want to put an ending to your job, your career path, your goals, your passion. End that, because you may excel more than them, and there is something to do with trying to take control of your money. Methods for the healing power of analysing. You could be very analytical, and then we've got resulting from the perfectionism, Virgo energy. Again, a perfectionist. You like to have things in its place. You like to have things set out all nice and neat. You like to aim for sun. some sort of college work or university work. Okay. Your commitment is being tested. Constantly going under tests. Okay. Not just by like tutors or other people, but the Most High is testing them too. The Most High sees what they are doing. Oh yeah. Personal power. A major change. So there's going to be a major change to your personal power. Okay, you are going, if you've not already, yeah, you are a very powerful person. A very powerful person. And they can see that. So they're trying to end your power. Trying to end some sort of career goals, okay? Maybe they want you to just spend a lot of time at home, but I can't come in today. Maybe because of your anxiety or some sort of mental health attacks, or them conjuring up some sort of demonic forces to attack you. Healing. So you may need a lot of time to yourself to heal, okay? Illusion. A lot of spell work, a lot of illusions and confusions. A lot of illusions. So many illusions. That's what they work in. Illusions, confusions, chaos magic, drama magic, conflict magic. Could have even seen some of these demonic energies coming towards you or felt it. Could be seeing that in your dream state, okay? They could have had really bad nightmares. Or been suffering with nightmares. That's because people within your family, not for everybody, but for some, a lot of people in your family are Satanists or devil worshippers, or they make deals with devils and demons because they want some sort of power or they want some sort of gifts, but they've never been given these gifts, skills or talents. Aquarius energy. You could be an Aquarius, or one of these people could be an Aquarius. And then we've got, be concerned about, and we've got Saturn here. Somebody's into Saturn worship, like Satan worship. Somebody around you, because of the greed, okay, they worship money. So they've been doing a lot of moon magic to change your mood, okay? Maybe make you feel like you need to keep changing direction in career, because once you are focusing on one area, they want to create a blockage, so then you feel like you have to go in another area, and then they create a blockage, constant blockages. A lot of moon magic. A lot of illusions done under different moon cycles. But they do this all year round. They don't stop. They don't stop. A lot of Capricorn energy. An obsession with. A power struggle. Could be a Capricorn who's struggling to gain power and control. Work through your fears. They're trying to create fears. Learn or teach. You could be a teacher. You could be learning new things all the time. Again, very knowledgeable. Be positive about grow and expand. They're trying to stop your expansion, your growth. I said they are jealous of you and they don't want you to expand and grow beyond them. And this is some family members. Capricorn energy. The need for control. Don't know who they think they are. Conjured up demons, so you're scared. They work with demon magic. It's already come out. My family are exactly the same. Exactly the same. Exactly the same. Because they're worshipping money. Because the devil worshippers, 54, 54. Have faith in your dreams in reverse. So if you have dreams and goals, they want to seek that toxicity, okay? Send demons to attack. So you have really bad nightmares. So for some, you may struggle with sleep, okay? You may like to sleep during the day, or there could be a point where you was asleep during the day and you'd be awake at night to avoid these attacks. Maybe you feel like you have to keep changing your sleep cycle, okay? They desire to be you. Because you are good enough. In reverse, they don't want you to feel like you are good enough. Who you are, they're jealous of who you are. Your actions. There's masks here. Some people surrounding you are wearing masks. They're not who they pose to be. Oh, they're not. Oh, they're not. So I'm going to leave that there because I'm going to eat this. It's a salad thing from Coupons. It looks so nice, can you see it? It looks so nice. I'm going to smash it in. It's going to get eaten. So I'm going to upload this video and eat this, and I will be back soon with another reading. Okay? Send you peace, love, and light.